Greetings! My name is Jean-François Bibeau, or simply J-F Bibeau, and you might have seen me at various events, conventions. You might have seen me hosting a variety of activities, shows, quizzes, as our dear friend Emperor Cusco from the Emperor's New Groove. And yes, I've been known for that costume for many years. I have worn that costume to an abusive level, so much so the costume is about to file a restraining order against me. So yes, that has been my go-to costume for quite a while. Now, that is not to say that Cusco has been retired, so to speak, but I dare say that I might have found a new favorite character and favorite costume to wear at my various shows in the future. For indeed, for a few months now, I've completed finally my Loki costume, and yes, there's no question that Loki is my favorite character from Marvel, from the MCU. And I've been delighted to have finally this costume to wear at various shows in the past few months. I intended to wear the costume for you, doing a variety of silly things, but first and foremost, I would like to offer a tutorial on how I've crafted this costume, a costume that turned out to be essentially perhaps the most complex project of my cosplay career, and I have tackled some pretty crazy things in the past, but yes, Loki proved to be perhaps the biggest challenge, well, compounded by the fact that I was quite rusty, let's just say. When I decided to make Loki, I had not done a serious new cosplay in quite a while, so I was rusty. The project was insanely complex. That together makes for quite an experience. It took me, well, on and off. Of course, I had to set it aside every now and then to save some time for other projects, but it took me really from beginning to end a year and a half. So it's been quite an adventure, and if I can save some of you people a bit of time with these tutorials, then all the better. Now, of course, you can keep watching my videos to get some tips, but of course, don't take it all from me. There are countless communities, one in particular that I can advise you, where you can get some good Loki advice. The community is called something like an army of Lokis, or Loki's army, something like that, on Facebook, and it's a group with nothing but Loki cosplay discussions. So feel free, watch my videos, go check out that Facebook community, and have some fun making your own Loki cosplay. Now, before we go any further, this is very specifically the version of Loki from Avengers 1, and specifically the first half of the movie. This is very precisely what he wears in the first half of the first Avengers movie. And the question that I get the most often is, where are your horns? Where's your staff? Well, he does not have these accessories in the first part of the movie. He has them later on for the big final climactic battle. And yes, of course, I could make the helmet and the staff, and I am thinking about it, but it's not a simple matter of simply slapping on a helmet and holding a staff. If you have these accessories, the rest of the outfit has to match. For indeed, in the second half of the movie, in the great final battle, there are a number of details on his outfit that change. It's not just a helmet and a staff. So, and since I'm nothing if not a perfectionist, if I did make the helmet and the staff, I would want it to make the rest of the costume to match what he has very specifically at the end of the movie. which would be possible. I have made this costume compatible with the battle version, so we'll talk about that much later, but yes, it is perfectly possible for me to take this costume and modify it without having to make entire pieces from scratch all over again, but yes, we'll talk about that later. So yes, this is the Loki Avengers 1 first part of the movie outfit, and yes, let me give you a little twirl. Always gotta do that for any good cosplay. And yeah, the following videos will be concerning every section of the outfit. In my mind, I split the costume in 4 distinct parts, namely the pants, which includes the footwear, the tunic, which is this, and that here all the way down there, the what I call the bodice, brown here, and finally the coat. So there'll simply be one episode for each of those 4 parts. If one of them turns out to be to drag on, like this one, if I go any longer, then I'll merely split them in 2. We'll see once we get there. But yes, I intend to simply make one video for each part of the costume, and hopefully this can be of some use to you, or merely just entertain you. And now I would like to close with the following theory, which is a theory that I personally defend. I stand behind it, and it is that Loki, the actual Loki from the Marvel lore in the movies, he actually does not wear an outfit at all. He simply goes around naked at all times, and what we perceive to be an outfit is merely one of his many illusions that we know he is capable of. So, you heard it here, Loki is naked all the time. This is merely an illusion. Go ahead, change my mind. But of course, we are cosplayers, we cannot afford that luxury. We actually have to make the darn thing. So this is why I'm providing these videos for those of us who do not have magical illusions at our disposal. Speaking of which, there's also a theory that Loki's magic might come from the same realm as Doctor Strange's magic. We'll get into that some other time. So go ahead and keep watching, and give me some feedback, some comments, something here that you don't like, bring it up. Don't worry, I'll just kill you later. That's no problem. It is no sweat off Loki's back. Take care.